Welcome to Engineering 212, Logic System Design. This course is part of the Associates of Engineering degree and serves as an introduction to the bridge between the most basic programming language, machine language, which is programmed in all ones and zeros, and the electrical devices that create the ones and zeros. Students interested in the hardware or software side of computing systems are served by this course through learning about the capabilities and limitations of both sides. This course begins in getting started with a welcome video walkthrough of the Blackboard shell to visibly introduce students to the structure and point out important items for their success. In the Faculty Information Content area, I introduce students to myself with a picture and a video so they can immediately have a face and a personality to go with my name. The first lesson module serves as an introduction to this course. Students are assigned a Flipgrid activity where they record videos of themselves answering questions about their intended engineering disciplines and transfer schools. They then comment on other students' videos as well. I let them know in the assignment that I will use their videos and comments to formulate small online groups for future work. This module also contains a Getting Started quiz based on information provided in the Getting Started section, including my introduction video, and the course syllabus found in the course resources. Module 2 starts the typical flow for the course. Every module includes a checklist that the students can mark items off in Blackboard or download and use as a Word document to keep track of their completed work. Some modules also include a short voiced introduction to let students know what might be significant or different about the module. Every module includes two main folders, one for the learning materials and one for the practice materials. Presented first in learning materials are the student learning outcomes for the section. The course material is presented in short instructor-made videos with an accompanying PowerPoint for students to take notes on as needed. The material is then supplemented with the course textbook and an instructor-made lab manual. The textbook and lab manual also have practice problems for the students to work on, and the answer keys are provided. The practice materials include a progression of online Blackboard quizzes. The knowledge check is short and designed as a first check-in for remembering the big concepts in the material. The next online problems begin to require the students to understand and apply the material as they move through the practice and then the homework assignments. Finally, there are problem sets assigned that require the students to analyze, justify, and design using the course material. These problem sets are given at the beginning of each module. Students have 1 week to try these problems on their own or with my help as needed, before posting them to their small assigned groups. During the next week, the students are tasked to review all their group mates' answers, discuss any discrepancies, and give and receive feedback or clarifications. I monitor these discussion boards and make sure to point out any shared information that is incorrect, and to help provide insights that allow the students to answer each other's questions. The problem set's full solutions are released to the students at the end of the second week. Each student's contribution is graded, but not for the accuracy of the initial answers. Instead, the grading rubric awards 50% to the overall effort of the initial solution attempt and 50% to the contribution to the group discussion based on their questions, assistance, and value to their group mates. This problem set cycle continues for every module that does not include a test. In this system, students are practicing with new material and reviewing the previous module's material every week. Module 2 also includes a beginning of the course check-in journal entry for the students to complete as an attendance check. This is a private space where students are prompted to let me know about any barriers to their learning they are aware of, any concerns, or really anything private they would like me to know. For this journal assignment, I make sure to check for new entries and respond to them daily as time permits. I also make sure to send an email to any students who did not complete this entry before the due date. I also have students complete a journal reflection after each of the 2 course tests, answering prompts about how well they thought they prepared versus how successful they were on the tests. They are also asked to identify things that both I and they can do differently to help them be better prepared in the future. Lastly, I asked them to recall one test question that they would choose if given a chance at a reattempt. I use this feedback to help understand if the students are receiving the resources they need from me to be successful and to choose some questions for the final exam. Lastly, I have students complete an end-of-course journal entry. Again, they reflect on their performance, but this time in the class as a whole. They also comment on what activities and resources they found the most and least useful in aiding their success. This information helps me see what they like to engage with and what needs updating. Also included in every module is a link to the course's FAQs discussion board. Students are encouraged to post any course questions about organization or content in this board. I monitor it daily and post answers to questions as they come up. This allows everyone in the course to benefit from the answers to the questions. Oftentimes, after a couple of weeks, I have other students who will post answers to questions before I am able to post, and many students learn quickly to check this board first when they have a question that comes up. I always make sure to thank students for posting here and follow up on any student-provided answers. In the modules that do not have a journal entry assigned, there is at least one attendance check assigned as a class discussion board. Students must respond before seeing other responses. Some of these require the students to answer a question about how much background information they have about a topic. Others will be an informal assessment question that lets me know if they are struggling with certain topics. These are chosen because they are known items that students typically have a hard time with. Lastly, sometimes students are asked to rate their own understanding of a topic based on a given scale. I use these responses to create new supplemental learning resources as needed and to plan assessment questions. I hope you have enjoyed this overview of my EPIC Master course. I look forward to continuing to improve it as these master standards progress and evolve.